This is going to have a negative impact on high school recruiting level. This is why. Massive news coming out from the NCAA yesterday. Just made official. NCAA baseball roster limits down from 40 to 34, but scholarships up from 11.7 to 34. Now, let me clear this up for some of you guys, just so you guys know exactly how this is going to work, what the impacts are going to be. The 34 scholarships, it is not a mandatory thing. So the school now has the option of offering 34 scholarships. So you can see, your Power Fives, your really big mid-major schools going from 11.7 to 34. Some of your mid-majors may be going from 11.7 to 20. However much they can offer, they're allowed to do that now. Some schools will stay at the exact same they're offering at 11.7. But what this means is there's more money available in college baseball now. Recruiting will become more competitive. Even some Power 5 schools or big mid-majors that aren't big in the NIL game now, because they can offer more scholarships, they can recruit at a little bit more competitive rate. Because, again, you're not going to have to pay for school anymore. Now, the big issue with high school recruiting right now is this change from 40 roster spots to 34. We've seen the impact the portal has had on recruiting. It's made classes go from 15 to 20 down to 10, 7 to 10. What I'm thinking is going to happen, what I've heard from coaches at PBR Futures games yesterday, I'll be down there again today, is that this change in roster limit is going to limit the amount of high school kids in a class on top of all these other changes. So if you're a high school kid in the 25, 26 class in the future, you need to go where you're loved. Power 5 schools are no longer looking for projects. They're no longer looking at a kid who, he's got tools, he could be good in a few years. There's not a spot for that guy on the roster now, especially down to 34. One, you're still going to need a lot of pitchers. So those position players that you're bringing in are going to have to be total package, polished. I don't mean 5-tool players. I just mean there's no time for you to take a year or two on the bench to become a guy that can be a contributor. Even your bench players now at the Power 5 are going to be players that guy gets hurt, they come in, they're going to perform right away. So this is going to make this change right here in roster size is going to make it even more competitive to get to a Power 5 school. Secondly, the scholarships, again, it is going to make colleges able to compete a little bit better with the big NIL schools as far as getting high school players, because now you can offer out-of-state guys a full scholarship. You can offer those in-state guys even full scholarships. And so now, schools are going to be able to compete a little bit better. But this is going to have a negative impact on high school recruiting, because whenever there's more money available to give out, we're seeing that go to portal guys that are proven players. So we're not exactly sure what the impact is going to be 100%, but generally speaking, from talking to coaches and seeing how this has all developed over the last few years, it's looking like a lot of these full scholarships that the major schools are going to have, they're going to use those on players they know what they're getting out of. Are getting out of them, meaning those top-level high school players that are going to come in and compete right away. The top portal guys, the guys that have shown numbers over 600 at-bats or over 150 innings, those players are going to be getting full-ride scholarships on top of NIL and everything like that. So high school players, now more than ever, very important that you have the proper guidance, have people telling you exactly what you need to do to develop and improve yourself and get to a school where you can have a lot of success at. It's never been the case that you want to commit to the best school that offers you. Now more than ever, you need to go to a school where they love you, they're going to develop you, and you have a great chance to play right away. If you're looking for help in the recruiting process, not only the recruiting process, but also in the development side on how do you get to become the player that a school would like to recruit, head to our website. On the front page, you can fill out an eval request, and we'll be in touch with you and talk about what your skills are, where we think you are as a player right now, where your ceiling could possibly be, and what we can do to help in the recruiting process. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll have more videos on this when everything continues to develop and we see how things are impacted. We'll talk to you next time.